Test one, test two, test. Testing. Check one, check. That'll be yours. Check one, 150 to go. Howard Smurra, Mike Stoneberg, Simon Fraser men's basketball. Check one, check two. Check one, check two. Check. Check one, check two. Stoney, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I just need to get your voice at the level you're going to be doing it at the game. So, hey, Howie, that was a great play.
Hey, Howie, that was a great play
Okay.
right there.
Right
Here we
there.
go.
Check one, check
Good
two.
Sunday evening.
Check. Jacob, I hope you can hear us okay. I think we're ready to go here. So we're not going till after the anthems. We could start during the player introductions if it's not too loud.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So you watched yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Took a homework break.
What?
Wow, eh?
That's so cool that
My
you're getting that,
Saturday
man.
nights now, man. Yeah.
Huh?
It's my Saturdays now until basketball starts.
So you'll go on. Is he talking to me? Thought it was me.
I ain't singing. You want me to clear all 100 people out of here? Sing me then. I thought it was, yeah, okay.
What a crazy week, man. I'm just telling you, there's so much stuff happening.
I bet, yeah.
From football through this, through all the...
Something just happened there.
Yeah, something just... Are you okay? Can you still hear
I
okay?
can hear you in one ear. Hey, Wilson, is there garbage around here? Thanks, man. You have an SFU roster, like an extra one? Perfect, thank you.
And welcome everybody to Burnaby Mountain, the West Gym at Simon Fraser University. The final game of the SFU Showdown set to take place on a Sunday late afternoon here, 5 p.m. tip-off. Langara, the Falcons from the Pac West, set to take on your host, Simon Fraser University basketball team here today. And Howard Smurek, glad to be with you. Thanks for being with us as well last night if you were on the live stream. And joining us today, Mike Stoneberg, Stevenson London senior boys head coach. Thrilled to be with you again, Stoney. So how have you been keeping?
I've been keeping good. I'm just jacked for this. That's all. This is my first sideline experience in like almost 2 years. So
wow.
I'm jacked.
Well, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight as Simon Fraser wins that opening tip and David Penny, the point guard, now in control. Maston Drea, the Terry Fox Raven, drawing a starting assignment today.
Doing the dribble drive handoffs that they did yesterday with the post intake. There it is.
And they go right to Roche. You're right inside. The big man who had a productive game yesterday, getting Simon Fraser off to that early lead.
Both these teams like to put up some points, so we should see a little bit of a fast-paced game today.
Royce Sargent, the veteran, putting up the three, and he's strong off the back iron quickly by Chance Samuel. Simon Fraser coming away with the basketball again. It's Penny in transition. He had a terrific game yesterday. He'll kick back to Roche. Looking for the corner man, Bryson. It's intercepted by A.J. Chahal.
This is what Langara likes. They like causing the turnovers and getting the game into transition. So SFU's got to do a really good job tonight of kind of controlling the ball and not giving Langara those transition points.
Well, Chahal was able to get down the full 94 feet and get the layup there, tying this game at 2. Spin move by Roche.
Jazz is gonna have a tough day today, or a rough day today going up against Roche.
Quick pace, quick tempo early as well, as Simon Fraser will get back down the floor now quickly to Maston Drea. Josiah to Bryson. Goes to Penny. Trying to beat his man off the dribble. They're going to kick it back out to Jamal Wright, well off the mark there. And this game will remain locked at 2. Langara already started their Pac West season, a break in the schedule, and great to have Coach Paul Eberhardt bring his team in here today. They were going to play Central Washington as well, but some COVID issues down with the other GNAC team, and so we've got just the 2 games here this week.
Last night's was a good finish too. So
yeah, good finish.
It was on the way of being a blowout, and then UBC kind of turned it around and came back on that one.
They certainly did. Simon Fraser withstood the storm there yesterday. Royce Sargent, as veteran as they get, has been a part of this program for many years. He's taken time off twice and returned to this team.
Yeah, one was an injury.
Yes.
I know he hurt his knee. So yeah, I remember coaching against Royce when he was at McNair. That was like 5 years ago.
A long-time Richmond player, yeah, a very savvy player, but it's going to get stripped by Bryson. Here comes the Arlington, Washington native down the floor, and Drew Bryson's going to knot it at 4.
I mean, we're 2.5 minutes old here, and I feel like this game's already had like enough shots that you would see in like a 2 quarters. It's been so fast already from the get-go.
Well, we're going to be busy, so let's try and keep the tempo up here. I'm glad you're with me, Stoney, as we get a lot of action. Hurley, Maston Drea saving it to Bryson. Drew Bryson quickly to David Penny, the point guard down the floor. 24 will hoist it. Bryson, off the mark there, and the rebound gobbled up by A.J. Chahal.
Yeah, and I mean, SFU's got to be aware of the fact that as soon as Langara gets a rebound, they're just going to go. And, they just try to get it right into Royce's hands, and, they run their lanes and their system really well. This transition system that Eaves runs, he's been running it for years, obviously, but it's staple here.
Well, they're doing a good job keeping the pace here early. Game locked at 4 in the early stages. Here's Penny. David Penny finds a lane, puts his head down, goes right to the window, can't get it to go, but a nice follow by Roche, and Simon Fraser with a 6-4 lead.
Yeah, and I mean, SFU's going to have to find points tonight with Jazz not playing, right? So Jazz not dressed today, so he had 17 in the first half yesterday.
He got off to such a great start, and certainly others will pick up the slack and get an opportunity to play here some big minutes. But you're right about that, Stoney. He was 5 of 5 to start the game, including 3 of 3 from beyond the arc.
More dribble drive here.
Bryson Roche, turnaround move. Nice job in the post there by Dudwall.
Yeah. I'm actually shocked right now that Langara's kind of winning the offensive rebounding battle. In the battle, and really in the defensive side, is Langara's not giving up second opportunities. That was like the first one I've seen from SFU, but Langara's had 3 or 4 second chance opportunities already.
That was Caden Skelton that was able to score it down there. At the other end, Roche, the big guy for Simon Fraser, though, not going to make a mistake. 10-4.
Oh, that would have been a 2-on-1. I see him calling the.
So immediate timeout being called here in the early stages. Simon Fraser's going to make some subs. We'll bring you up to date on those when they come out of the timeouts. But yeah, you're talking about the way Eaves is like to play. You've watched this guy. He's a friend of yours. You also know it, very innately how he likes to play basketball. And this really does fit what he's been about his whole career as a coach.
Yeah. It's this. Well, I played the system. Like Akep, who coached me, who's best friends with Eaves. I mean, that's what I played. That's what I've coached. That's what I still coach. I mean, we coach upbeat, fast tempo. And I mean, Eaves has been running this system since he's been a coach. It's he even said that he's been running this for 25 or however long he's a long time. So he's been running this forever, and it's a staple. And it's fun to watch. I mean, it's tiring at times, like especially if you're on the court against them. But it's fun to watch because they just get up and go.
And against this Simon Fraser team, Stoney, just talk to me. I mean, they do have some depth advantages probably. I think, you look at their length overall, it's probably going to be quite a bit better, I think. I don't know, but how can Langara be challenged by playing this up-tempo style? What are the potential pitfalls for them against SFU here tonight?
Well, I mean, obviously is, like you said, the size. I mean, Roach, 6'10", or he's
7 foot,
7 foot, right? Like, it's tough, right? Because Langara's tallest is Jazz Dowell. He's like 6'6", right? So 6'7", so it's tough, right? Langara's just got to get out and make them run and tire them out, right? But SFU showed last night that they're okay at playing up a tempo.
Yeah, they seem to do quite well there yesterday. Skelton with a 3-ball from the corner off the mark, but you're right, they're getting second chance opportunities.
But that's like for SFU, you have the size, but you're going to have to block out, and giving up second chance opportunities, that's not what you want, and especially one there where Roche didn't even touch him.
Well, a tip ball here. They're going to get the miss of the Roche miss is tipped home there by SFU. Sargent into the paint. Dispossessed to the ball, and Simon Fraser quickly. Mastandrea will pull up for 3 on the break, and he'll knock that one down.
Yeah, getting a good 3, like getting points off turnovers is going to be the key, right? Any game, any team, right? If you can score off turnovers, the other team's going to be in a lot of trouble.
3-ball hoisted there from the corner by Chahal, doesn't go.
Well, Langara plays at a 24-second shot clock, so for them it's like seeing 6 extra seconds doesn't really do anything. I mean, they're going to still put the ball up, and they put it up quick there.
Josiah Mastandrea, the Terry Fox Raven, second time in this game, Stoney, he's pulled up in transition and just knocked down that smooth 3-pointer.
Back to back, yeah. He shot the ball well last night too. He hit a couple nice threes.
He did, yeah.
He's got a nice little stroke.
And of course, played for Douglas College when they went to the CCAA National Finals. So
That's right.
A guy who's knows intimately what the Pac West is all about. And the Pac West, what a great league it is. Just, I mean, what do you think overall of the level of the Pac West?
I think it's pretty good. Like, I think this year it's VIU's to lose. Like, definitely, I think they're ahead above everybody else. But I think that next clumping of teams, it's like with the Langaras, the Caps, and the Kamosans and the Okanagans and stuff. It's going to be a really fun year. It's fun to watch. It's a lot of up pace, fast break transition style game, but it's fun to watch.
Coach Ebe was talking about his gymnasium, and he said
smallest thing ever.
It's the smallest thing ever, but he said it's got the greatest new paint job you've ever seen.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I love the paint is it's really nice. It's really nice. The gym itself, like the sidelines are like the size of like you know, it's like that school rulers. It's like that much width on each side.
I was watching. I was so curious to see it, and it looked really cool. I was watching their game against Douglas College for a bit today, and it was a very interesting look.
Yeah, I remember when I went there and I did stats for them, and while I was going there, I was doing some of my classes, and it was, half the time I thought the guy was standing out of bounds.
Isn't it crazy, eh? Jordan Lyons with a basket on the other side of the court. Shahal now making a move in the paint. Nice up and under move, can't get it to go. Scooped up by Roche.
Got to finish that. Nice move, but it's got to finish that. And Langara's got to do a good job here stopping this run because, they just took the timeout, and they just got to kind of stay the course, realize that they're down, but not cause themselves to get any further down.
Lions underneath. Nice look to to Cruz Dumont, excuse me. Hunter Cruz Dumont, the freshman out of Vancouver College with a lay-in. 22-6, so a big early lead here for Simon Fraser.
And here comes Langara's flex. So Eves has been known for his transition and his flex-style offense.
Jump shot there from Chance Samuel off the mark. Second chance opportunity again. Damaki Langan quickly down the floor. And Simon Fraser really getting the up-tempo game going as Jordan Lyons soars to the basket, lays it up and in.
And SFU's doing a really good job. They're not pressing full court. They're just pressing the point guard, right? So they're just making the point guard work, right? Get him tired.
Chance Samuel, number 1, is a native of Atlanta, Georgia. Transfer from Bishop State Community College. Wearing number 1. Here's the Mount Boucherie product, Skelton.
That's just a bad pass.
Stolen away. And the freshman point guard for Simon Fraser, Elliot Damakulangan, with the score. He had that huge triple yesterday, Stoney, right at the key moment late in the game.
When they were
trying to hold off UBC.
Yeah, they were only up 3, I think, at the point, right? Yeah. That's the thing is SFU did a really good job yesterday with UBC is making them make difficult passes and then intercepting them. And we've seen the last 2 minutes Langara throw away 4 balls that really are you can't make those passes. That was
Salim Ali Musa, the 6'5" forward, a third-year player at Napa Valley College. Knocking down the shot there for Langara, 26-8. Damaki Langan will hoist the 3. This Simon Fraser team has lost key players the last 2 seasons they've been on the court, but I'll tell you, Stoney, they look really deep, and their young players are really coming along nicely.
Yeah, a young team, but, like you said, they're coming along, and, I mean, if you can have some outside shooting with the size that they have, I mean, that's the key to right there. You can, what are you going to protect? You can protect the outside, and then you just go get killed on the inside.
Yeah.
Right, protect the inside, you go get killed on the outside. So
pick your poison there.
If they can keep hitting shots like this, it's a scary team for sure.
Julian Roche, the big man, off the floor now for Simon Fraser. First time in this game he's not playing. Langara with some fresh troops out there as well. We'll bring you up to date on those. Here's Sargent bodying, foul being called against Cruz Dumont.
He is the quickest, smoothest point guard I've ever coached or coached against. I mean, just watching how he moves, it doesn't look like he's moving that fast, but he's just so smooth and quick, and it's why it caused me a lot of nightmares back in high school.
Yeah, and he's so effective. And every time he returns to this team, he's listed as a third-year guy, but he's got to be older.
Well,
like
he's older than a third year, but he didn't play right out of high school.
Okay, that's right. I wrote a story on him, and I'm trying to remember which years he took off.
Yeah, he took the first year off, and then he played, and then he took a year off, and then he came back, got hurt, and then now he's back again.
Because he played in the year that the CCAAs were held at the Langley Event Center.
Yes,
he came back and played when they hosted the national championship.
That was his second year.
That was only his second year. Wow, that's amazing.
I know, and then he got hurt and then he got hurt after that, and then obviously there was the COVID season and stuff. So yeah.
Well, inch for inch, I mean, not just a quick guy, but he gets rebounds. Like, he was getting rebounds in that league that I couldn't believe for a guy his size.
Yeah, I know. He's definitely. It's unreal what he can do at his size, right? And I mean, it's not size doesn't determine it. I mean, we've seen a couple guys who are that size who've gone on and had some pretty good careers. I mean, one was at UBC with Carlo, right? Like, I mean, 5 foot, and he went out and had a, career year.
What a player!
Career at UBC there, right? So, I mean, Royce knows he's small, but he doesn't play small, right?
Yeah.
Like, he just.
But I still think, man, and you're the coach here. But if someone said to me, "What's the key ingredient?" It is your mental outlook on things and how you feel you can play on the floor.
100%.
He is so fun to watch. Number 3, Jovan Ray, spin move. Oh, and he lays it up and in.
And right now, Langara's fast-paced tempo is being played by SFU. SFU is just transitioning Langara to death right now. I didn't see that. All 3 coaches stood up, and I missed what happened
Roy
there.
Sargent just stepped on the gas and got to the free throw line. He's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He's just going to play his game.
I watched him in a high school game. They were down, McNair, they were down like 25 at the half, and he literally just took the team over, and they ended up winning the game by like 4. It was crazy.
Wow, that is crazy.
He can shoot it too. Like he's it's kind of that all. You can play him to shoot, and he'll shoot it, but then you play him to drive, and he's just going to go to the hoop like he just did there. 2-2-1 press.
Simon Fraser now with the basketball in the half court. Demakulangan getting some nice minutes with Penny on the bench right now. Jovan Ray puts it up. Follow there by Jordan Lyons, and straight lane to the basket there.
Yeah, well, Langara gave up the second chance points there, and
Skelton with a miss. Simon Fraser with the basketball. Langara is just going to run from start to finish. 33-10 our score here.
And Langara's doing a good, the last couple of possessions now, you've seen the transition defense and the press to try to slow down this SFU team.
Demakulangan well beyond the arc is going to knock down another triple.
That was deep. He's got 3 now. He's got 3 threes, I think, now?
I think he's got 3.
Because I think he's 2 on there, and if he's 2 on there, he just hit the third.
No, that was his second.
Oh.
Yeah.
One of them must have been a deep 2 then. Langara is forcing a lot of bounce, risky passes here, and then giving up easy second chance points.
Lyons is making a living with the second chance putbacks in this opening half. Here is Sargent. Double team comes quickly. Finds Skelton underneath. Nice give. Can't get the finish there from number 23, Salim Ali Musa.
I just heard the wall up thing that you guys were all talking about last night. I couldn't really hear it on the broadcast, but then I just heard it now. And there it is. That's what you guys are talking about.
Here is
another deep one.
Demakulangan again from way downtown.
Langara just looks tired. Like, on some of these like rebounds here, they just, like I've seen there was just kind of like almost hunched over almost. Oh, that was a nice take.
So Sargent with the basket, 38-12, quickly down the floor. Skelton will intercept that home run ball, and quickly here comes the Falcons.
It's a track meet right now.
Sargent puts it up, puts up the 3 against a. I don't know if that was a zone look from Simon Fraser, what they were waiting in there, but he puts up the 3 ball, doesn't go. 38-12, just past the halfway point of the opening half here. Thanks for joining us wherever you may be watching. Game 2 of the SFU Showdown, Simon Fraser and Langara.
Caden Skelton just picked up a pretty bad foul there. I mean, you don't really need that. I mean, it's trying to gain position. You're just getting a little annoyed and just give him a shove. And
number 14 out of Mount Boucherie in Kelowna. Here's Jordan Lyons, probes the baseline. Skelton on him.
I like Nick Chen. Nick Chen from
Winston Churchill, yeah. First-year player.
Yeah. Plays really nice little game, nice calm game. He doesn't seem to get flustered, which Eves will like because.
Batted away from behind. The foul's going to get called against Jamal Wright.
It was a late call. It was a foul. It was a good call, but a late one.
Talk about Sir Winston Churchill. They're going to be at my Summer Basketball Invitation along with the Stevenson London Sharks.
Yeah.
The late edition, but we're so happy to have those Sharks.
So happy to be there.
In the tournament this year.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Wait till you see us play. You think this is fast?
Okay. Well, I'm glad. That's entertainment value for the fans.
Yeah.
3 ball is going to fall shy from A.J. Chahal. Jovan Ray didn't see the floor yesterday against UBC, but has had a couple of nice takes today in the offensive end of the floor. Here's Hunter Cruz Dumont. Little fake gets him in the paint, but Skelton there to repel him deep in the off the block.
Oh, had him.
Reverse from Ali Musa is not going to go, or Jazz Dudwall, excuse me.
Yeah, he had Nick Chen had Dudwell on the. That's on Eves' transition. He has the 4-man rim run, right? So he's running to the rim, and Nick Chen missed him. If he had seen him earlier, he could have hit him right in motion, and that would have been a dunk or an easy lay-in.
Chen's going to inbound quickly to Skelton. Misses a pretty easy one there, and Bryson with a basketball. Quick outlet down the floor.
There's been a lot of turnovers from both teams on just long bomb transition passes. Like, it's probably driving Hansen and Eves just, nuts right now with all these long bomb transition turnovers. Because, I mean, there's got to be a better pass to get that ball up that floor. I mean, we all like to throw the long bomb, but, there's probably been at least 3 each team here on these long bomb turnovers.
I didn't get to watch enough football today, so I'm getting it here with those long bombs.
I was working on some basketball stuff, so I didn't really either.
I'm not saying anything because you may have PVR'd something.
No,
I don't want to ruin your world,
I didn't PVR anything,
okay.
man. I can't PVR sports.
Okay.
I can't because
you got to watch it live.
Well, you got notifications on your phone. I'm going to take my phone out and some score update's going to come up, and then it's like, well, why did I even record it now? I already know the score.
Oh, I don't know if you know this. I'm a 1981. What is that? That's 91-01. I'm a 40-year Detroit Lion fan. 40 years I've been cheering for the Honolulu Blue and Silver, and I watched them again today lose. I think we're 9-1 now.
Yeah, I got Swift in my. He did well for me today in fantasy, so I'm okay with that.
He's had 2 big rushing games in a row, but they just can't get everything else going. If you can't throw the ball down the field, you're not going to win. I think that's a pretty.
They're in a rebuild year for sure. A couple of years at least.
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah.
Here we come. 38-12. The Langara Falcons trailing and with the basketball. Royce Sargent.
Langara's done an okay job at kind of stemming the tide. I mean, the lead's gotten a little bit bigger, but, I mean, it was at about the 12-minute mark, SFU had 28 points. So, I mean, that game was on the verge of getting, like, ugly.
Nick Chan with a nice, smooth jumper there.
Yeah, on the hold. Harrison Robinson from Lord Bigner, he's gonna have a tough time with Roche there.
Harrison Robinson wearing number 14. I see him. I've spotted the Lord Bing Gray Ghost now on the floor. Here's Roche. Nice move facing the basket. Goes right to the rim. Can't get it and goes there to finish. And he's going to come away with some trips here as he gets fouled underneath the basket.
And you can tell Roche, the senior, also, like his first step, Robinson right there was just, as a freshman, just doesn't have that first step yet. And I mean, Roche just blew right by him. And
Roche, I tell you, he dropped some poundage, Stoney, from the last time we saw him here 2 seasons ago, and just way more limber on the floor.
Yeah, it's the new style of the big, right? The big's got to be more mobile and be able to guard out there, and especially when they're doing their switches and stuff.
I've been as impressed just watching him the last 2 games from a season ago, where I thought, you know what, he is really trying to take up space in the paint. He's a different kind of a player this year. Here's Sargent.
More of a stretch 5 then.
Yeah, exactly. Nick Chan now with the basketball. Mastandrea guarding him. And boy, I'll tell you, that kid can play, and it's been fun to watch him shoot the basketball.
Yeah.
Mastandrea has been locking guys down, but Chan,
he's just composed. He's just like the type of kid you want on your team. Just a nice composure, doesn't get rattled, and stays in check while he's in his motions.
Jamal Wright knocking down the jumper there as Sargent quickly back up the floor. BC basketball fans also notice Nick LaFontaine wearing number 8 out of George Eliot in Lake Country now on the floor as well. Had a great run with his team in high school. Dudwall finishing underneath. David Penny back on the floor. Jovan Ray set the check in the next stoppage as well. But a great job here by LaFontaine. And Nick LaFontaine is going to get a basket.
The old jump stop. And you teach that in grade 8. Like, jump stop.
Jump stop.
The old jump stop, you know.
Oh, I love it. Got Nick LaFontaine.
But it worked, right? He just went flying right by him.
He did,
had an
yeah.
open little layup.
Jumper there is not going to go.
But that's, like you guys said yesterday, that's what you want. You want Penny to shoot, right? He's not a comfortable shooter. He's more of a, your drive and dish, and he's more of a facilitator than he is a shooter. So, and right there, he even looked uncomfortable shooting that. He didn't want to shoot it. Like, he even thought about it for a second. So.
Well, this is an interesting group on the floor right now for Langara. Watching these guys build some chemistry right now. Here's Chan again.
Yeah, SFU went into a zone, 2-3 zone here.
Is Chan shooting over that zone? Jovan Ray out to challenge. A shot rattles off the rim and goes to Julian Roche. She'll find Drew Bryson very quickly up the floor to Penny.
Yeah, Langara's on an 8-3 run here, so trying to stem the tide. It was.
As Wright misses from the corner. And Langara a chance to bring that run, as Stoney mentioned, up to a 10-3 run. Great move by Sargent. Lays it up and in.
His hands are just like, he had it over here. He had like 3 hands around him. He just dribbled the ball out of it, and then he just goes there and he, misdirection, shows the hand one way, and sometimes it's like a magician.
Fun kid to watch, that's for sure. Here's Bryson on the baseline. They're going to say that ball, or he stepped out of bounds on the end line.
So Langara's definitely won the last almost 5 minutes here. It was 38-12. And, now it's 41-22. So Langara's done a really good job of kind of trying to get back into this game.
I'm trying to see what that's coincided with, but Sargent's been a constant on the floor for them. Oh, he almost weaves through the traffic and gets set to go. I know Nick Chan's come on and has looked good.
He was, like, he hit that. It was when he hit that little mid-range jumper here, and that was the kind of the catalyst. And then they had a couple fast break buckets there, and Royce had his couple takes there.
Here's Chan off the inbound, is blocked by Jovan Ray, and very quickly Simon down the floor. Here's Bryson. Drew Bryson. The end one opportunity is going to come, and he's going to step up to the free throw line.
It's a good call. Royce got there just a little late. Right idea, though. He saw him coming.
I tell you, to come to this gym and to broadcast all the Simon Fraser games I've done here, to see it full, that was the first time in the 16 years I'd seen the thing full. It didn't even look real.
Well, I remember, because when you watch SFU games before, you only really see the first half, and then all of a sudden I was like, saw the whole up top from people.
Exactly.
Like, I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What does this place sit, like a couple thousand?
It's if you seat everything and all the stands and all the standing room and beyond behind us, it's 1,600.
Wow.
And that's what they had yesterday. And
Yeah,
they turned people away at the door.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I saw the tweet, said they're sold out. It was a good game, though.
It was a fun night for basketball, that's for sure. Yeah.
I hope they keep that up, though. The whole.
Let's hope, eh? Yeah. LaFontaine from the corner is going to knock down the 3 ball. 43-25, a real nice surge from the Langara Falcons.
You just got to keep going and concentrate on defense. Don't give up any easy buckets. And
Bryson misses, gets his own board underneath, chasing a loose ball. It's going to be Langara basketball.
Yeah, knocked out there by number 15 there, Jamal Wright. Drew Bryson had it, but bad communication there between each other and not talking, and Wright kind of knocked it out of his hands.
So Dudwall now back into the basketball game. Ali Musa.
Chance giving Royce a break here. Yeah. you'd rather have Jazz just move out of the way on that one, or just not go in for that one. He went in for it late, and Nick was moving on that one. And
subbing on to into the game now, the starter AJ Chahal, Delta native, went to John Poliani Collegiate Institute.
yeah, I think
it's a prep school back east.
Yeah. I know I think he was at Tamanawis in his younger years. I think he was Tamanawis.
Here's Penny.
Oh, and we got another move.
So wave off the hoop there for David Penny.
To steal what Ebe said last night. At least they're going to be consistent. They called one down here, and now they're calling one down there. I'm just stealing what Ebe said last night.
Well, I told Ebe I'm stealing his stuff for my story, which I did, and I'm openly admitting it.
But as a coach, you are happy that Steve Hansen's not happy about that call, but at least coaches, if that's what they're going to do, if they're going to call it, then that's great. Then I love that as a coach. If you're going to call it, then call it for both ways, and I'm happy. Then that's fine. I can adjust to it. I can tell my players that to do this and that and that. But just to steal that line.
Time out on the floor, and time for us to talk a bit of the upcoming high school season. I mean, it's going to be fun, right? I mean,
oh yeah.
We were last on the floor at the LEC in March of 2020. It's been such a long time, Stoney, and I know your Steveston London Sharks are itching to go. Where are you guys going to be opening the season? What have you got planned in terms of how your schedule is shaping up?
Yeah, we got a busy, I think difficult schedule. We're in a lot of good tournaments with a lot of the ranked AAA teams. We're not going to be in the rankings to start the year, by the looks of it. We're young and small, but we're playing North Delta on the 29th.
Okay.
At North Delta.
Oh, at North Delta.
Yeah, we do a program day with North Delta. We've done it since Fardos was in grade 11, I think. It was his 11th year that we started it with North Delta. Me and Jesse got together and we said, hey, why don't we do a program day early in the season? So every year we do one, and so they'll host one year, we host the next. So we hosted, obviously, the last season we had. So we're going to go there for the first day on the 29th.
It's a beautiful gymnasium, I can tell you that.
Oh yeah, I actually like it there.
There's a beautiful picture of the class of '81 there too, and if you look for the little guy with the super long hair and the Judas Priest T-shirt, that's me.
And that's and then we got a point grade tournament. That first, my buddy Ryan Tanabe I was in the big ticket used to, and I just kind of dropped out of that and said, I'll come to the point grade, and Eves is in it, and it'll be good. And then the Samira's the week after. All right.
I'm glad you had a spot for us. And as this evening progresses, we're going to talk about Fardas Amek. You coached him, and then look at what he's gone on to do. But we'll keep that for later in the game.
Well, yeah, he chiseled himself out too, just
Holy
like Roche.
Holy mackerel, did he ever.
Oh, that was a bad one.
Here's Penny with a basketball now, quickly down the floor. Nice arms there by
Chance
Samuel.
Yeah, that was good transition defense. That's the one thing a lot of kids don't realize. I noticed that teaching, kids and stuff is, sometimes not being there. If you have your hands up, it affects that much of a pass. And right there, Chance just got his hands out, and he was able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Oh, nice board there by Cruz Dumont, unable to finish it. LaFontaine comes away with it. He'll get it to Shahal as they come down the floor. Langara College. Chance Samuel. You mentioned the Atlanta, Georgia native, and he'll take the ball back here with 17 on the shot clock, quickly setting up in the half court. Ali Musa makes a move. Jordan Lyons there and playing defense on him. The turnover committed. So Simon Fraser, 3:17 left in the half. They have a 18-point lead. And Langara's played solid basketball the last 5 minutes or so here.
Yeah, since about the 9-minute mark, they really kind of hankered down on defense and tried to, not let the lead get out of it, because it was in the mid-20s, and not, like you said, now it's at 18. So, Langara's done a really good job in the last 6 minutes or so.
I remember Douglas College came in here the year that they did play in the CCAA final, and they played a heck of a game against SFU and pushed them and were leading at one stage late in the game, and Simon Fraser came back and won that game. So Douglas College, likely I think they were probably one of the top two teams in the Pac West that year. So gives you an indication of the best teams in the Pac West where they sit with some of these teams.
A lot of the Pac West teams, they're a mix of older guys that are just got a couple years left or a year or two left in their eligibility, and a lot of young guys that are just doing the transition. They're going to play 2 years at Pac West and then move on to the SFU, the UBCs, and stuff like that. So
Yeah, great to see how the whole system of post-secondary basketball looks in BC, and I think it's a real fun time with some real definite characters, players that I think fans can really take a liking to. Is Jordan Lyons scores the ball. He is leading all scorers with 12 in this game now. Chance Samuel into traffic. Turned over quickly. Simon down the floor, and we got a dunk coming up here. Jordan Lyons puts it down on the break.
that was quick.
Lyons with 14 points, yeah.
Yeah, trying to do their dribble drive. Oh, see, and that killed UBC last night. A lot of the back up top and cross the court passes and got picked off, and I saw that a bunch of times with UBC yesterday with the turnovers. And Langara's got to watch that. SFU does a really good job of kind of baiting that so that you think it's there, and then you go throw it, and
boom.
Just unlucky that was, well, unlucky for SFU, lucky for Langara that was just knocked out of bounds and not taken the other way.
Oh, whoa. There's an over.
See, and that's the other thing with the NCAA and the FIBA game, right? Like, Chance should have known just to go back across center and get it, right? Like, but again, they're not used to it, right? Because you play in the, you play the FIBA rules, and you're not used to having to be able to go back into the other court.
Jovan Ray feeding the post.
Nice.
Great turnaround move there by Lyons. Can't finish it. Ripped away quickly by Skelton.
Nice. So quick.
Harrison Robinson kicked out for three to Chan. He's going to knock it down, and that kid's a shooter, number 6.
Well, he's having a good game here at
Boy, he's smooth.
the Burnaby Mountain campus here.
20-point deficit here. Big surge by Langara.
Gotta get that. Push it. No, don't throw that.
Tipped away there as they were trying to hit the pass down the floor to Skelton.
Yeah, he was off balance when he was throwing that too. He would have been better suited just to take that one power dribble and kick it off to someone that was running up the side. I can't remember who it was up here. I think it was Skelton was running up the sideline. Would have been better off hitting him and maybe get transition out of that.
Chance Samuel now with the basketball. Langara looking to cut this under 20.
SFU back in the 2-3 zone here.
Working within that zone. Harrison with the turnaround move can't get it to go. Lyons quickly down the floor.
And Harrison will learn that he's got to make that decision a lot quicker. I mean, being a freshman, right? It's there's always that levels we always talk about, like, when you go from grade 9 to junior, it speeds up, and then junior to senior, it speeds up. Well, it's even faster when you go from senior to college, right? And he's kind of starting to kind of grasp that because he was wide open there. If he had to turn that quickly, he would have had an easy lay-in or dunk.
Jordan Lyons will miss the first. We're at 57 seconds remaining. You saw him hit the second, so back up to 21 points as Simon Fraser coming up with some zone pressure here. We'll go back to Skelton.
Matchup zone.
Chance inside off the window, gets it back, falling backwards, tries to reset himself and is going to get fouled underneath. He's causing some havoc, Stoney.
Yeah, I know. Good offensive rebound. Both teams have done well on the offensive rebounding boards. Like, SFU's gotten a lot of points off of, off second chance points, and, both teams crashing the boards pretty well. But then we've also, because of that, seen a lot of leak outs, right?
Simon Fraser with, at one stage, 9 offensive boards to Langara's 9 defensive boards, and pretty much very similar ratio going the other way. So you're right about that. A lot of O boards available.
We got 36 seconds. I don't think with the speed of what we've seen, I don't think SFU is going to sit there and try to hold for a last shot or try to hold it to.
We'll see what Demakulagan does here. The freshman guard, AJ Chahal, guarding him.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe you're wrong. Demakulagan kicking it to Jovan Ray on the baseline. The drive and the kick back out. Demakulagan for 3 off the front iron. Follows his miss. Dish and right to the rim and getting the foul again. Jordan Lyons has been an absolute machine getting to the free throw line and making things happen here in this opening half, the leading scorer in this game.
They wanted the roll on that original play with the screen there. They wanted the roll, and I believe it was Jordan Lyons on the screen, and they wanted him on the roll, but Langara did a really nice job of taking away that roll and making them get a tough shot out of it.
Well, he went to the stripe, made it a 22-point game, and that's going to do it for the opening half of play. 52-30 our score here. Simon Fraser with a sizable lead at the half, but Langara just really playing hard. They're keeping the entertainment value in this basketball game. Mike Stoneberg with Howard Samura here from Simon Fraser University. We're going to take a break, and we will be back in a few minutes with the play-by-play of the second half here from the West Gym.
I am here to build bridges,
I'm here to promote inclusion,
to embrace diversity,
to learn from others.
I'm here to support my community,
I'm here to lift people up,
to engage.
to listen.
I am here to grow.
I'm here to make a difference.
I'm here to create.
To innovate.
to do research that matters.
I am here to continue asking questions.
To continue learning.
To expand my horizons.
I am here to grow.
I'm here to get more than a degree.
I'm here to explore.
To connect. To learn.
I am here to forge a new path.
To push myself. To set goals and achieve them.
I am here to win.
I'm here to grow.
Dear college sports,
there's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports. If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
And welcome back, everybody. Simon Fraser University West Gym, the site of the final game of the SFU Showdown. Simon Fraser men's basketball back to it as they continue to prepare for the start of the 2021-22 GNAC season. They're leading Langara 52-30 after the first half of play. And I'm joined again by our analyst on the broadcast today, Mike Stoneberg, and Stoney, we can look at those numbers from the opening half of play. Simon Fraser shot 51% from the field, 22 of 43. Langara, 12 of 35, 34.3%. But as you noted, Langara had some really nice stretches down the stretch drive of that opening half.
Yeah, the second half of the first half there, they really kind of buckled down. I think a little bit too is it's nerves, right? Like some of these guys, it's like you're playing an NCAA team, you know, some of the freshmen and you know, guys that are trying to get maybe to SFU or to UBC or something like that. And it was a little bit of a shock to them. They, you know, when SFU went on a run there, and it kind of
exactly.
But they stemmed the tide. But the one that stands out to me, like the major stat, honestly, is the turnovers. You know, Langara's got 14. Simon Fraser's already got 9. And then you look at the offensive rebounding. Like, you know, Langara's got 8 offensive rebounds, and Simon Fraser got 11. So that shows you that they. Like I said, the transition style of game, so a lot of turnovers, but then also crashing the boards. Both teams are crashing the boards hard and trying to get offensive rebounds, second chance points.
Well, they're both on the floor, ready to get going, and we will get underway here with the start of the second half. Both teams look like they've got their starting groups back on the floor.
Langara's going to start with the ball.
Langara with Chance Samuel, Royce Sargent, A.J. Chahal, Caden Skelton, and Jazz Dudwall. And that will be Skelton inbounding the basketball. For Simon Fraser, it's going to be Jamal Wright, Drew Bryson, Julian Roche, David Penny, and Josiah Mastandrea.
You know what's nice, Howard, for SFU? Their leading scorer and the guy who's second in rebounds is on the bench. To start the second half.
Jordan
I mean, you know, like, that's crazy that your leading scorer and second in rebounds is on the bench to start this half.
And he was 8 of 9, we should say, in that opening half play. 8 of 9 from the field, had 6 rebounds, 18 points. Quite a half for Jordan Lyons.
Yeah. So it's just a nice luxury for Steve Hansen to have, you know, and you can have a guy come off the bench that can put up 18 points and a half. I mean, it's not a bad luxury to have.
It certainly is a nice one to have, and he wasn't the key guy yesterday. He played just a great game yesterday, but just shows you the increased depth on this Simon Fraser team as they come out of the COVID-canceled season. Chahal at the free throw line makes it a 20-point game 12 seconds in, 52-32.
And here's Eaves' diamond press.
Simon Fraser, some nice crisp ball movement to get it right to the basket. And it's going to be a foul there from Dudwall as he reaches in on Jamal Wright going to the basket.
And that was just a bad transition for Langara getting back into the defensive set. You got your press set, but you fall back into your defense, and Roy Sargent missed the assignment there to drop back into that middle, and that middle was wide open for Jamal Wright there.
And so Wright then to the free throw line, makes some pay. He hits the first one.
He just dropped his whiteboard pen. That just reminded me I got to go buy new whiteboard pens because for the season. I didn't buy that any last year.
Calling all coaches, yeah, get your gear ready.
I was like, oh my God, he just dropped his pen right in front of me. I was like, oh, I got to go get some.
Coaches are getting ready for the season. They're going to unpack all that stuff.
I like that no call there.
Yeah,
like, even though Royce got his hand in there, like there's no point in slowing that game down. That's a great no call. Just let the game go.
Oh boy, I was going to say something there, but yeah. Jamal Wright just keeps it going.
Yeah.
And his motion takes him to the basket. 56-32 the score here. And
then A.J. Chahal there stepped on the line, and he's struggled the last couple games. I've noticed he had a really bad
and Roche tried to put it down, sort of jumped.
No, that's totally jumpable. Like that was crazy. That was so good. He struggled on the island games. He really struggled. So, but like it happens in sports, right? Everybody gets into a funk. Doesn't matter what sport you're into, you get into a funk, right? Like, you know, you get your hitters in baseball and hockey and everything. You know, so he's just in a little funk. He's just got to get out of it because he is a good player.
Wright gets some hands up there. They're gonna get the ball back, though. Dudwall underneath.
See, and that's like See, someone like Julian Roche, sorry, he caused that turnover because Jazz thought Roche was coming from behind, and he's not going to make that. He's going to get that swatted out of the gym.
Yeah, exactly.
When Roche was out of the way, and he had an easy layup, and Eves let him know about it too.
Penny with a three is not going to go. Chahal scooping up the loose ball, and here's Sargent. Royce Sargent across half court, crossover, move into the paint, off the window, can't get it to go, and Roche skies for the rebound quickly. The outlet right, can't keep up with it. Manages to save it. Play really scrambly here in the early moments of the second half, or Roche will slow it down.
Well, when you have transition teams, there's times where it can look scrambly and ugly and all over the place.
Like it looks right now.
Yeah, because you're so playing fast. You just go. So it looks like that sometimes. You have moments.
Yeah.
I know from experience. Sometimes you just scratch your head just going, what are we doing?
Sargent keeps possession of the ball. Chahal dribbles it off his foot, and now right quickly down to Bryson on the break. Drew right to the window, lays it up and in. Just like that, Simon Fraser.
Simon Fraser did that break was really nice. That ball there was no more than one dribble by each person. So it just shows you that's how you want it. Like, and that's the one thing I emphasize to my kids is don't dribble the ball up the floor. Pass it and get it back. So the whole point is move the ball and then run yourself and get the ball back. And that's what SFU did there. They made one pass there and one pass there, and then they had an easy layup, right? No more than one dribble per person on that break there.
I got to say, some of the new SFU assistant coaches are a little bit messy.
Yeah,
they're throwing their old box scores on the court.
Yeah. It's because they get confused because they go up and they look and they go, wait. I thought he had four. No. Oh, I was looking at the one from the first quarter.
Yeah, exactly.
For the first half of the first half.
I like my gym clean, Stoney, so I might have to say something.
Yeah, I mean, make them clean it up.
Oh my gosh, 18:07 here left in this game. We're early in the second half, and it's been fun watching a Pac West team come into the building today. I know Columbia Bible College came here and scrimmaged. UVic came in scrimmage, but in actuality, Simon Fraser's first home game that counts was yesterday against SFU, and this is the second one.
That counts?
Well, of them playing games.
Oh, yeah.
Within their actual win-loss record.
Okay, I see what you mean. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, because they start GNAC soon, don't they? Like next.
GNAC will start, and I think they're
January?
starting late December with a game at Western Washington. So their actual GNAC home schedule won't start until the new year.
Nice. And see, that'll be that test with the whole Canada with the government now. That'll be perfect because now they can go over for.
You're right about that. The 72 hours.
Yeah, so exactly. Now they don't have to worry about having a negative PCR test before they. So that might save some money for the school with the traveling.
Well, they've been flying everywhere and doing all this crazy travel. A nice shot there, knocked down by Chance Samuel.
That was a needed bucket after a timeout like that. Like they're starting to start the second half like they did that little run in the first half when SFU put a number up on them, right? So that was a much needed bucket right there.
Our Coach Eve very vociferous during that timeout. We could hear him from clear across the court. There's Roche. Nice form on the jump shot there.
You could see they just went under on Penny there, and they were letting him have a shot. He had like 12 feet. He had like literally 12 feet to shoot that. So you could tell Eves from your color spot last night really saw that how UBC let him shoot, and they're definitely letting Penny shoot because he's such a good passer and a driver to the hoop there.
Yeah, you're right about Penny there, talking just in terms of what the strategy might be from Langara's point of view. If you ask Penny about it, though, he's going to tell you he's going to knock those shots down.
Right? I'm going to drill those.
Oh, Chance Samuel, nice job there.
Langara's done a really good job on the screens. Like even with Roche and with Lions, they've done a really good job of taking away the screen and roll action that SFU has been trying to run.
And Roche, with using that height, just not going to see that kind of height in the Pac West, but great job there with that athleticism, getting to the basket to score it. Samuel with a miss and a rebound by Mastandrea. Josiah wearing number 1.
SFU's done a really good job in this first 3.5 minutes of big three there of cutting down the second chance points. Langara hasn't been able to get many offensive rebounds this the second half here.
When Josiah's name came up, Coach Ebe referencing how when he was at Douglas, beat them in the Pac West semifinals, and Josiah with a dagger 3 in that game a few years ago, you saw a run right there. well beyond the three-point arc. He knocks it down to make it a 30-point lead.
Called three in the key there on Jazz. Standing around watching. That's the one thing, though, against the zone. If your big's not moving and he's just kind of gets stationary, you can get caught doing that a lot because you're relying a lot on the guards to try to open some space.
Coach Ebe not happy with officiating, letting the...
I love that the coaches are dressing up. Like, that was the one thing, like, with the whole, running shoes and...
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You gonna go for that look?
No, I've never done that. I always do the polo, the school polo with the, with the dress pants and the nice shoes.
You're looking good on game days. In the Shark Tank. I love it there, man.
The Shark Tank. Love it. Oh, media timeout here.
Media timeout here. We'll stick with you here. 15:57 remaining in the game here. Simon Fraser with a sizable lead. I can ask you this, though, Stoney. If you are Coach Ebe with the Langara Falcons and you're preparing now for games, in the Pac West next week, are you dragging film out here and saying, hey, against the Division II team, here's good things we did, right? It's a great example of a way to show things and how they can work at all levels, right?
Oh, yeah. Like, any game is good film. Like, it doesn't matter to the opponent. Like, it's all about seeing different things because every team's going to run a different scheme on defense or, an offense and say, no matter what, if it was an NCAA Div 1, Div 2, a JUCO, whatever, it's just always good to see on film like what you're actually doing and say, hey, look, this didn't work against this type of defense, so we got to be better. There are tall teams in the pack. So against, hey, look, this didn't work against length. We got to do a better job at doing this. And there's always going to be that ability to learn from video from any game you play, no matter the opponent, no matter the division, no matter the,
That's good. That's good to hear. So I know they're going to take their positives away regardless of the outcome here tonight. We can go through some of the numbers and let you know here. Langara, is that correct? Langara's 1 for 3 in the second. Have they only taken 3 shots in the half? Wow. SFU 5 of 7 shooting 71%. That's a little surprising to me.
They've turned the ball over 6 times in 4 minutes already. So it just shows you why they're 1 for 3. You also had 6 turnovers in the
boy
to start the half. It's pretty tough to come back.
That is why we're hearing Coach Ebe from our broadcast location.
And we're on the other side.
We're on the other side of the.
Man, you could hear a pin drop when he was shooting. Man, it was quiet.
It's such a difference from yesterday. I know there was a lot of energy in the air yesterday. Roche at the free throw line, 22-point lead here.
Did UBC? I didn't get a chance. Was UBC bring any?
They had their share of people. It was largely SFU, I would say, but there's probably about 20% UBC fans in the building here yesterday. Here's Sargent recovering that loose ball.
Going up against don't leave him to shoot it. He'll do it.
Dudwall against that zone gets a pass underneath and lays it up and in.
Nice little mismatch there where you had Jazz on Penny there, and there's a pretty big size mismatch there, 6'8", 6'1", so good thing for Royce to find that mismatch.
So a 20-point, or rather a 30-point lead restored here, or cut to 30, let's say. Here's Roche back to Penny for 3, and he's going to miss that jump shot.
Yeah.
Sargent will slow it up. Dudwall against Roche. Ooh, batted away, and Bryson quickly hustling to get the basketball. Cruz Dumont fading from the basket, and Hunter Cruz Dumont knocks it down.
He did a lot of that at VC too. He's got a nice little mid jumper there.
And of course, we saw Jack Cruz Dumont yesterday, the older brother with UBC.
The battle,
yeah. The brothers came together at one stage. I think they were battling for a loose ball in the paint at one point in the game in the first half.
And the youngest one's at VC this year, isn't he?
Yes, he is, yeah.
What grade's he in?
I think he's in grade... I'm just so off from the... I don't even want to guess.
Yeah. It'd be nice if they could all get on in a game at one point. I know. See, 2 years away from, from like sports does, right? Like
I know. I am complete. I've never felt like this at any point of my 39 years writing about sports. I have to feel this disconnected from not knowing who's in the senior class this year. I'm like, I'll go to my tournament and find out who they are, at this point.
Yeah.
Roche now at the free throw line. So Roche out and Jovan Ray wearing 0 now into the game. This is a real guard-oriented lineup for Simon Fraser, about as small as we'll see them get. Harrison Robinson with a turnaround move, can't get that to go. Here's Penny quickly across half court. He's looking for the alley-oop and the dunk, and he's going to get it to Jordan Lyons.
Their leading scorer came in the game now. Yeah, there he is. He's back in.
Yeah, and he's, what is he now? 9 of 10, I think, from the field.
We never pressed Royce when he was in high school because he's a one-man press break. He just, because of his hands and his how smooth and fast he is, he just. Because I've just watched SFU try to do it twice, and he just dribbled through both of them.
I think that's crazy great when you know it in high school that the guy's that good. It doesn't matter what level you
you're
put him
like,
at.
there's no point.
Yeah, he'll just do it wherever he goes.
Don't bother. Don't bother. It's not going to work out well for you.
Oh, instead of a travel, they will call a jump ball, and
that should be SFU ball.
Yeah, possession arrow favoring SFU.
Hey, White, flip Carolina follow. Flip Carolina follow. Get off. Be smart. Flip Carolina follow.
All right, let's see what flip Carolina follow is. Oh, nice roll.
The McElagan to Penny to Cruz Dumont.
They missed him on that roll. They had him. They had Lyons on that roll.
Jovan Rai kicks it out. That one off the side of the goal, but somehow Elliot DeMaculangan is going to get that loose ball and put it up and in.
And it was just, Langara just looks almost dejected on defense there with all the passing. They're just standing around, and like you said, he was just standing there wide open for an easy offensive rebound.
Well, they had their surges. Here's Chahal. He goes right into the paint and just lays it up and in a nice basket for Langara. Simon Fraser has really pushed the margin here. Cruz Dumont will launch a 3. Side iron out. Penny soaring for the rebound. Just took it away. DeMaculangan loves that shot. Doesn't get the roll this time, though.
Another one.
Penny. Wow. Lyons into the paint, and Harrison is going to get called for the foul.
It's usually not going to end up well when you give him a third chance, right? You give him second chances, you give him a third chance. It's not usually going to end up well. And I mean, even though Lyons didn't score, you still get a foul on the board, right? And that's just as hurtful, right?
Flip Carolina follow. Carolina flip Carolina follow.
Love the play call.
Love the play call there.
Flip Carolina follow. It's funny, like we were doing that in practice the other day. We were working on offense and stuff, and I was calling out names, and I was just like, oh yeah, like it's fun to get back into that, like to call out a play, right?
Oh my gosh.
It's a week away, Howard. I'm getting excited.
Hey, I'll tell you something though, as Langara down the floor and they're able to get a basket there. During the COVID year, as Cruz Dumont spins, great move there. You know what? There wasn't any live basketball to watch. And I thought, what a great chance to watch your guy, Fardaw Samek, playing at Utah Valley State. And I don't know how many games I watched. I had their rotation down in my head at one point. I'd watched so many of their games. But
it's funny, actually. I have so many Utah Twitter followers now because I was
great?
Watching all these games, and I was just tweeting out, like, leading scorers or, hey, that was a good play by Latre or Trey or whatever, like all his players and stuff. And then I have all these guys following me, and then I had one of them go, hey, do you not follow Utah Valley anymore? I'm like, oh, I coach, and so we have our own game starting up, so I can't watch every game like I did last year. But yeah, I watched every game but one last year. So.
Well, an interesting process that you coached Fardaw Samek at Steventon London, which everybody knows here in the BC basketball community. And as we followed him, I mean, he had an interesting process of making himself eligible, right, for the NBA draft last year, testing that process. And I got to think, when he did that, it was great for his whole process of diet, exercise, conditioning, everything. It's really gotten him ready for the real drill this time around.
Yeah, well, he took the report card that they gave you from like the workout, and he definitely took that to heart, and you've seen that in his diet and his workout and how he's slimmed his body out and definitely gotten pro ready.
Well, a complete plant-based diet that he's gone to.
Yeah.
And when you're that big and that agile and you're able to then take care of that part of it too, I mean,
yeah,
as all in as you can get, right?
I would never have that control. I already told him. I said,
there's the potato chips.
I know. I already told him. I said, when we're out and if anybody puts meat at the table, don't worry, Fardos, I'll handle it and I'll take it.
I'll take yours.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take the extra meat.
Oh my gosh!
Bring the extra hamburger over here. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, but it's so great, to see where he's put himself on the precipice up, and now everyone with their fingers crossed that great things are going to happen for him in the future here. So
I just love being a fan now. Like it's it's funny when people ask you about him and they're like, "Oh, what is he doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm a fan now. Like I'm not his coach anymore. Like coached him when he was 15, 16, 17. Now I just get to. I call him I consider him a part of a family for me. Like he's been there through a lot of the tough times I've had in the last couple of years, and he's been one that has called and checked in on me and stuff, and I consider myself part of my family and stuff. So yeah, I just tell people now, I'm like, I'm a fan now. I'm not a coach anymore of him. Like I might send a little thing here and there, like, hey, you should be doing that. Like, why didn't you do that? Like it was open and stuff. But I'm more of just a fan now. I just like watching and just seeing how far he can go with this, and just proud of him. Like, cause he puts in a lot of work. Like even during the COVID, he was coming back and using our gym and just sitting there getting shots up. I was rebounding for him because I couldn't have anybody else in there with us, and I'm out there rebounding shots for him and stuff. And it was, when our shooting machine broke down, and I was, just happy to do it because I'm just a fan now.
I tell you, the numbers that he puts up are
It's crazy.
Just eye-popping. You look at that and go, wow. I'm used to it now. So
I know.
I guess it took a while to get used to it, but once you get used to it, there's still days when you look at it and go, what?
Well, after his first game, he only had 5 rebounds after the first game, and I sent him a little thing. I said, well, that's a little odd. You only had 5. He's like, don't worry, that won't happen again. I'm like, okay.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the best to Farda Samek, the basketball community here in BC. Very proud of him. So great that his high school coach, Mike Stoneberg, our analyst here today on the broadcast. There they go inside, and they're going to score it with Salim Ali Musa.
Musa's a good, him and Jazz play off each other. I've seen a couple Langara games now. It's really good because he's more of the athletic big, so more of a stretch 5, whereas Jazz is more of your inside 5.
Yep.
He's more of your rim 5, whereas Salim he's definitely your stretch 5. And that's good too because it makes their bigs have to guard now outside the key.
Yeah, and what about the kid from Bing? I mean, you watch him, and already you see the lower body strength that he has, right? He's going to fit right in at this level and really have a chance to become something really great here.
He's already got a big body. As a freshman, he's come in already big.
Yeah.
He just got to learn the game now, and once he learns the game, he's going to be an effective player for Eves for years to come. Yeah.
It's fun to watch. And day one as it's all starting for these players in their post-secondary basketball experiences. SFU missing with Lions at the free throw line. Here's Sargent very quickly down the floor, finds Chan.
He's so composed there, just didn't throw the ball away there and just took care of it and made sure he made a good play.
Mastandrea stripping LaFontaine down to Cruz Dumont off the window, and Hunter with the big basket there.
I really liked Nick Chen today. I've really liked his game, and I think he's been a really good player for Langara today.
No, I agree with you. Just a real smooth shooting guy and rejected there. Jamal Wright getting in there, number 15, and swatting it.
Like you were asking earlier, can guys take away from stuff? You can. Just how Jamal Wright came from nowhere to block that shot. It was just how Chal kind of just went up, kind of grabbed the ball wide open, saw, I got an easy layup here, and just kind of went up easy, and Jamal Wright just came, and that's something that you don't really see at the Pac West level a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you said, you see that at the NCAA level where these guys will come out of nowhere and the athleticism and just swat that out of the way.
Lyons reaches out of his zone to get that rebound. Correlza gets it back at the other end of the floor. Harrison Robinson guarding him, but a great reverse move there underneath the basket, and Lyons is really showing us something.
I'm going to say what I said to you at halftime. How is he not starting?
I'm trying to think what the starting group was yesterday.
Well, Jazz was on.
Yeah, exactly. Mastandrea started though today in place
Henny.
of
Penny.
Penny and
Drew.
Mastandrea started
Yeah,
yesterday. Josiah
and
did not start yesterday.
Drew.
Lyons was 4 of 8 yesterday.
Yeah.
For 9 points.
But Drew Bryson started, and then
Yes.
Julian Roche.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So LaFontaine now getting his chance at the free throw line. That George Elliott team of his. Nice long run at the Langley Event Center and over his senior year of high school.
AA, right? Yeah.
AA, yeah, and a great sports school.
Yeah. Yeah, AA always has some. I like watching AA. They have some good, like at the provincials there. I always sneak into the AA gym and give it a couple
Give
watches.
it a watch, yeah, exactly,
It's fun. You know, you got like teams like King George and.
I want to think they lost. Did they lose to Charles Hayes in the semifinals that year when he was a senior? Might have been.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah.
Down the floor, ricocheting right. Great look, and Mastandrea running the floor hard is right there for the layup.
SFU's transition game tonight has been really good. They've done a really good job of passing the ball and just running the floor. There's no dribbles in there. There's maybe one dribble or two dribble, but no person is putting the ball down more than one.
Well, it sounds like you can go back to your guys at Stevenson London and reinforce a lot of those ideas based on what you've seen tonight.
That's what we've been trying to do.
Yeah.
I've been trying to I'll stop when we're doing our transition stuff at practice. I'll literally stop it if a guy puts the ball down more than once. I'm like, just move the ball. Like you move it and get it back. And I think that's the hardest thing to teach kids is to move it and get it back. Like, okay, that's fine. I understand you want to put up the layup, but move it and then get it back. And that hurts.
Chahal actually gets a layup there, but the Simon Fraser player on the ground.
Jamal Wright,
number 15. Let's hope he's okay. Medical crew running out there quickly to take a look at him.
Looked like his ankle. It felt like his ankle looked, but they're looking at his knee. It looked like his ankle.
Let's hope he's okay.
Yeah.
9:19, so we're just past the midway mark of the second half here.
And
he's still down, and they're taking a look. Are they going to help him up here?
They look like they're trying to get him up now. Yeah. Does not want to put any weight on it though.
That is the right leg that we're talking about.
I think it's the left one. No,
I think he's favoring the right one. Isn't it?
Yeah,
he doesn't want to put weight on the right leg.
Yeah.
And they'll help him off the floor, number 15.
Yeah, that's tough, right? Especially right when you're getting ready for conference play coming up and stuff. But like you said, SFU with some depth this year, so maybe it's next man up, right? This is, you don't want to see it, but this is like something that I tell my players too. Is like, if someone goes down or someone's in foul trouble, I need next. Who's the next man up, right? That's what you try to build, and that's what you have your depth for. Is, I'm going to need my next man up now. So.
Well, they're taking a look at him, and I think he's probably going to be okay. He's transferred to University of Maryland Eastern Shore, so that's a Division I program. Right underneath, and wow, Jordan Lyons can do no wrong. Jordan Lyons,
just feeling it tonight.
Yeah, the the Mississippi Valley State transfer. Robinson now to Chan. Puts it on the floor and knocks it down. Boy, there's some reps in his game.
It's SFU's up right now 35, right? 35. And they're still getting out in transition and pushing that ball. So that's the one thing. If it's your system, your main system, you got to go with it. And that's the one thing. That's the one thing I preach to my guys. I'm like, I don't care if we're up 30. We're still, that's our game.
That's who you are, sure.
Right?
Exactly, so, yeah.
I want my, bottom guy on the bench to my top guy be able to run the same system, right? I'm not going to change it for different sets.
Mastandrea can't get it to go. Cruz Dumont. I'm impressed with Hunter Cruz Dumont. As he continues to add muscle to that frame, he's really going to be an effective player. He's already doing well, just the way he is.
He's already playing in the NCAA, and he's already, getting second line. Well, he started today, though, didn't he?
I don't think he started.
No, but he came off the bench. He was one of the first couple guys off the bench, right?
He's main rotation today and getting a great opportunity here against Langara. But he's so active, and you love to see him darting in there.
Like he came out of nowhere on that one. And just
really
elevated and just went up and got it.
Number 15 on the floor for Langara, making his first appearance, Elijah Devison, the former Lord Tweedsmuir Panther out of Surrey. Parsa Pourjafar as well, and out of Shiraz, Iran, at the minor official stable to check in.
I have a funny story, or not a funny story, but a good kind of story about him that Eves told me about, is that he tried out for Langara for 2 years and got cut every time, and kind of went like, what do I got to do to get this better? And he supposedly just worked out at kits and stuff like that, like the outdoor courts, and just got better. And
that's
now
great.
He made the team this year. So
that's a tremendous story.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how he does when he gets into the game. He'll be wearing number 10. A reverse look there from Jovan Ray. So Simon Fraser getting a chance to really use its bench in this game.
You get a media calling a flop warning on that one. So it is his ankle there. They're taping Wright's ankle right behind us here. So looks like it is the ankle.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it's not the knee, and he seems to be doing better. So I think he's going to be just fine. 7:40 remaining, 91-53 our score here. Simon Fraser University will be in full swing once we get into the month of January in terms of GNAC basketball. And of course, you can join us every Thursday and Saturday right here on SFU TV as we have games for the men's and the women's team. Bruce Langford, the women's head coach here, turned 70, and I wrote a story about him. That's a milestone age.
That is huge.
Krzyzewski and Boeheim, and boy, I'll tell you, when you get to that age, it shows a real commitment. Are you going to coach till 70, Stoney?
I don't know. This is my 20th year this year.
Wow.
Actually. So this is a big one for me. So I'm I'm kind of looking forward to it. I want to coach. Like, I want to keep coaching, and as long as I possibly can. But to be at 70 thinking I'm still coaching on the sidelines, like, I don't know.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Well, Coach
I'd
K,
like to, but
Coach K said this is going to be his last season. And they're just getting underway now. Yeah. So those are milestone years for sure.
Just want to point out that Jordan Lyons is 10 for 12 today.
10 for 12, and he's got 24 points in 21 minutes. He's also got 9 rebounds.
Although he struggled a little bit from the free throw line today, though. He's only shooting 40%.
He's only shooting 4-10
but he's still got 24 points.
Three-pointer hoisted. That kid can shoot for anybody's team.
Nick Chen
is a terrific player.
If Eves is trying to find a bright spot out of tonight's game, from his team, Nick Chen is definitely deserved, more playing time for sure. If this is what you're going to get out of him.
Just watching Jovan Rai and Hunter Cruz Dumont do the penetration dish drill all over the half court here.
Yeah, very good dribble drive set there.
They also got Lions out there with Mastandrea and Demakilangan. And Simon Fraser.
Flex here for Langara, running flex here.
Chan puts it up. A rare miss for him is a big rebound, though, for Lions.
Oh, here we go.
This is Demakilangan looking for the alley-oop. Can't get it to go, but the reverse is there. How many reverse layups on second chance opportunities have Simon Fraser gotten today? Just a ton of them. 93-56 our score.
That would have been a monster dunk. That was just a bad pass. Oh, my. Oh, my. Set that up perfectly.
Here's Robinson.
Oh.
Wants to skip at the Chan. It's going to get stolen away by Josiah Mastandrea down the floor. And here we go. Oh. They would have called goaltending, but they scored it anyway.
Yeah,
but
good on Robinson, though, like not give up and still try to.
Yeah.
This is the toughest. Like, as any coach knows, this is the toughest to get players to play in a game like this. No matter if you're on the either side, if you're the one winning 95-56 or if you're the one losing 56-95, it's always tough because okay, this game's over in 6 minutes. There's no way we're coming back to win this, right? Or, it's tough to get the motivation, right? And for Steve, it's tough to keep the guys from staying with the game plan. Stop trying to do things that aren't you, right? Because then you learn bad habits doing that, right?
That's a great point, Stoney. We'll see how they close out strong here. Oh, the skip pass there, looking from Skelton, looking for
SFU
Robinson.
zone's done a really good job. Like, it's gotten Langara today when they've gone into the zone, they've done a really good job of stifling Langara.
Here's Jovan Ray. 3 ball hoisted by Josiah Mastandrea, and he'll knock that one down.
Went under Josiah and gave him some room to shoot that.
98-56 our score. The SFU 2 points off the century mark here, which they will likely hit with 5:30 left. Take the
Right
basket there. Here we go for 100. Mastandrea down the floor, and he'll lay it up and in. 100-56 our score.
I like SFU's transition game tonight. It's smooth. It's just very nice. They're not forcing passes on their transition. They're taking what Langara is giving to them, and they're just making nice, clear transition passes.
Chan missing that shot. Misses last 2 now. Certainly gotten the attention of the Simon Fraser defenders with the way he shot it today.
So Howard, are you ready for the January and February? You're going to be pretty tired because you're going to have UBC, you're going to have SFU, you're going to have high school basketball.
Okay, I'm tired. I'm tired enough just covering high school football and national youth sport volleyball today. So it's been a long day. Big 3-pointer there from Jovan Rai. That will hang in there, Stoney, and look forward to seeing you at my tournament in December.
A couple weeks away.
I'll tell you, Wilson Wong may be able to get some days out there as well at the Langley Event Center. We'll be taking lots of snapshots of your Steveston London Sharks.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait.
Can't wait. It's going to be fun. Basketball.
I get to play on the first day, too. So
you do? Yeah.
I get all 4 days. That's awesome.
You do, man.
I'm making worth it.
There you go. Here's a long 3 from Mastandrea. Knocks it down with a big 3.
You know, Mastandrea and Elliott have hit a bunch of those deep threes, right?
Simon Fraser showing a lot of good things here.
Timeout there for Langara, it looks like.
Simon Fraser was struggling in their last game of their CCAA GNAC Challenge against Cal State Los Angeles. I think they were down by almost 30 with 7 minutes to go, and Steve Hansen just told them, just go, just let it loose. And Josiah just went off, and I think he had 22 points in the game. But got the majority of them in that stretch. So that's a team that's capable of putting up a ton of shots if they get into tempo, right? And just
if you got guys that can let it go from the outside, like Josiah and Elliott there, and then you add in the fact that you got guys like Lyons and Rochelle and that can go inside, and then you got guys like Jazz and Cruz, Demont and Penny who can penetrate and get those, get the defenses moving and get more layups and mid-range kind of style. It's a tough team to play.
Steve Hansen's done a great job with his coaching staff and with the recruiting to build up this roster to the point where, good players are graduating, but there's so much depth behind them. And I like the fact that BC players, for the first time in a very long time, legitimately are part of this rotation.
Yeah.
When you see what Jazz is doing, although he's not playing here today, Mastandrea, and then you see Cruz Dumont. I mean, you know what? Many times there was not a BC guy that was,
Yeah.
So JJ Pankratz, when he was here, was starting, but he was the only BC guy that was getting minutes, So it hasn't been a given that there's going to be a BC guy. And it's just so nice to see that happening.
The Charles Best guy, too, Graham
Miller. Who
sorry,
really would have been, I think he could have done if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah,
his knee had some knee problems, but So it's been tough for the BC guys to crack the rotation here.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's good
nice
to see it happening.
Yeah, you can have 3 solid ones this year for sure.
And I'm really enthused about Hunter Cruz Dumont.
Well, he's long, right?
He's long, and the speed at which he's actually gotten into this rotation. He's done it so quickly.
Yeah, he's got such a good wingspan. Yeah, he's got such a good wingspan, and that makes up for that adds extra to it because you got to pass around that wingspan now.
Yeah, when they line up, I mean, Damaki Langan as well, the freshman's got some nice wingspan. You see him out there, number 20. So they can really do some things in a zone, yeah. Elijah Devison underneath.
Nice backdoor cut there from Elijah. He was a part of the provincial team, right? The one that won it?
He was, I believe he was. And what a story that was.
They were down in that game, weren't they? And then they came back.
They were down, they came back, and of course we heard Rich Goulet helped them with a coaching plan the day before. And it was a very exciting finish by Lord Tweedsmuir that year. And that's the beauty of the tournament, which you know.
Oh, I remember I almost lost the semifinal against Rick Hansen. We only won that game by 2, but we were up 30 at the half, or we were up 24 or something like that at the half. But then Rick Hansen, because they're all 3-point shooters, caught fire. And next thing you know, it's like, oh, here we go.
Oh, they bring a great tradition to the tournament as well, so it's great to see. Get down to 3.5 minutes remaining, and Josiah Mastandrea on fire from downtown lets another one go.
Just doesn't miss. Like, that was with a hand in his face.
Very impressive. Simon Fraser, the way they've shot the ball from distance here. Chan, he'll put up his own 3. This one's going to get blocked by Cruz Dumont. Jordan Lyons very quickly recovering. He's going to find Ray Jobin for 3.
Oh, short.
Side iron, Lyons underneath the basket.
2 Langara players tried to box out Lyons there, and he just still went up there and got that rebound.
No, I think Simon Fraser basketball fans have a lot to look forward to over the next few seasons as this group really matures together.
One thing though, if you're gonna, Jordan Lyons, he's really got to shore up the free throws, right? Because it can hurt you, right? If you're leaving points at the line,
I know.
Right? Especially in the 1-and-1.
Yeah, and when you start playing Western Washington and Alaska Anchorage and all the GNAC rivals they have, got to make those shots. Here's Mastandrea. Cruz Dumont. Great pass inside to Lyons, and he goes off the window with contact.
So quick though, that from that roll cut that he just did at the free throw line and then to the hoop, it was just.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Yesterday not starting, today not starting. Interesting.
But that's also like for Steve, like that's something that you want to see because if your starters are gonna go off, so like Jazz did last night, and if your starters are gonna go off and you have 20 plus points off the bench kind of coming off, like, wow.
Yeah, it's certainly
darn.
Nice
It's a tough problem to have.
It is.
Tough problem to have.
112 to 59 the score, 2:38 remaining. Skelton measures it and knocks it down on the baseline. Cruz Dumont now wearing number 2 as he comes across half court, running the point here for Simon Fraser.
Yeah, SFU, the adjustments they made at the halftime is definitely capitalized on their chances and
shored up the unit for sure. I agree with you completely. 112 to 61 after the miss from Demaculangan from 3. But Langara, I think, is going to come away with some clearer focus as to what they want to do as a team as well, Stoney, as they get right back to play in the Pac West. I was concerned there was so many Pac West games canceled. I hope they can make all that stuff up, or I don't know what they're going to be doing with all that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to be able to do it maybe over the break, right? Like they have those 4-week break during the Christmas break time or whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe they can maybe they can do it then, right?
I mean, Cruz Dumont with a steal there to Demaculangan. He's played so well.
They're hoping that maybe these guys can stick around and.
Yeah.
I mean, Langara doesn't have, they have 3 guys that are from the States. The rest of them are all local. So I mean, it's not hard, but you still kind of hope that all these teams can kind of, maybe make up the games on that week's. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy with the highways and stuff, like with all the out of towns. I was just talking to JY from Dutchess Park today, and he was talking about his parents are going to fly the team down for the Samira. Like, they're not missing the Samira at all.
Mike Stoneberg coming on, breaking news. I love it, my friend. Well, hey, listen, as soon as you mentioned JY, I'm thinking I better not ask you if they're coming on because maybe they can't. I am thrilled to hear that.
Yeah,
man,
he said that like the parents are willing to fly them down if they have to, and I was like, wow. I was like, that's pretty crazy. But like, I mean, I guess like, what do they do, right? Because they don't get as much chance for many games, right? So if the roads aren't open by then, right, then
if you want to try and win a provincial title and you have to be a road warrior,
Yeah.
And BC High School BC is not a forgiving place to be an upcountry team and try and win that title.
That's deep.
Off the front iron there for Mastandrea, finally misses one.
Yeah, I was wondering about what Kelowna and Lake Duchess were going to do, because Kelowna's in the Heritage too, so the week before yours. So,
well, Harry Palmer has assured me, but that was before all the flooding, so I don't know what's going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It has been a test for, I know, the people running the Quinn Keast No Regrets tournament, my tournament as well. I'm sure many, right? Teams. There are teams that can't travel, can't do these things, and we're scrambling to find teams. I finally got all 20 spots filled on both, like this, just on Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm crossing my fingers that I don't get a call in a day or two saying, well, you know. So we'll see how it goes. But we're just celebrating the return of basketball, and at whatever level you can get together and play, just enjoy it for the kids and play the game.
Well, in a week, I mean, there's basketball over, so if you're going to want to go watch a game, I mean, there's going to be high school games, there's going to be college games. You know, there's going to be plenty of basketball to go watch if you're a fan.
I've never been to the Point Grey tournament, so I'm trying to think if that conflicts with mine.
Well, you know, if it all works out, we could have me and Thornhill semifinal, and then a me and Eberhart final. You know,
isn't it called the Keenly Side Classic? Yeah, that's a great name. I love that. One of the real traditional tournaments in Vancouver.
Yeah.
36.3 seconds left. So we've digressed a bit from the game, Stoney, but I think our basketball community here in BC loves to hear what's going on as we get down to the final half minute. But not just at Simon Fraser, but all over the place. There's so much vibrant activity in BC basketball.
There's just a clamming to get back at it and stuff.
Aren't we? Just can't wait for that opening night.
I've seen it with volleyball, like at our school, like the fans just coming out to watch because they just want to be at events again.
Well, your volleyball coach has sent me some information about your team. I know they're ranked provincially, and that's going to be a nice run they're going to hopefully try to make.
They're throwing their papers all over the place, even on the court.
I issued the warning earlier.
They're even throwing them on the court at this point.
Samuel for three, and he's going to knock it down with 1 second remaining. So Chance Samuel knocks down a triple there, and that's going to do it. 119-68, Simon Fraser decisive. Langara had their moments tonight. You got a chance to see basketball as it's played at two different levels here in the province of British Columbia, the Pac West and the NCAA. Mike, some parting words for the fans today.
I was just like Langara, like you said, Langara's going to take some stuff home from this a little bit. Like how they played the second half was just turnovers, bad defense, just bad shots. But that's something that they're going to learn from, and they're gearing up for their second half of their season. They're still in the first half, but that it's going to help them, hopefully, seeing that we can't play like this, because look what happened. They were in a ball game. It was like a 20-point game at one point, and then SFU just blew it wide open on the fact and capitalized on those turnovers and those bad shots.
A real successful weekend for Simon Fraser, winning both of their games here at the SFU Showdown. As Steve Hansen comes over to say hi, we will sign off now. Simon Fraser basketball fans, pay attention to the school website or varsityletters.ca. I will be back on the mic at the next Simon Fraser men's basketball game that is being streamed, so we'll be with you soon. And if not, then for the GNAC schedule that will take place in January. For everybody here, producer Jacob Hall and everybody at Simon Fraser University, thanks for joining us for this broadcast. Be back again with you very soon.